California lawmakers are thinking about a tricky plan to charge super rich people more taxes based on everything they own. This wealth tax has everyone arguing, especially about how it might hurt the rich and change the law. This whole thing started because California lost 27,000 people who pay a lot of income taxes, over $200,000, between 2020 and 2021. The biggest problem isn't just that rich people would have to pay more, but also that the plan wants to use lawyers to check how much they actually own. This means anyone could sue someone they think isn't paying enough, which could lead to nosy accountants looking deep into people's private finances and stuff they own all over the world. This worries people because it might not be private anymore, and the legal system could be used just to get more tax money. If someone gets caught not paying enough, they could have to pay the state a lot of money and also give a bunch of cash to the person who sued them. So, not only would rich people pay more taxes, but they could also be sued and have to pay even more. Remember, this is just the first chapter. The story is far from over. I am a brainy investor. I discuss the American micro and macro economy. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Chapter 2. California Exit Tax. Building walls around Golden Gates. California just made things way harder for people who want to leave. On December 2nd, 2023, they passed a new law called the California Exit Tax that makes you pay extra cash if you take your stuff, like your house, money, and fancy toys, somewhere else. This new tax has everyone freaking out like they're stuck in a bad video game where you can't escape. People who worked hard and made lots of money feel like they're being punished for wanting a change, especially since the state lost a bunch of rich taxpayers recently. Think about it like this. You come to California with big dreams, but it's rough at first. You owe money and things are tough, but after 10 years of hustle, your business finally pays off. You're all set to enjoy life when, bam, the pandemic hits and working from anywhere becomes the new normal. You start thinking about moving closer to family or somewhere less crowded. But then you remember the exit tax, ready to take a big chunk of your hard-earned cash just for leaving. There's a big fight going on about this tax. Some people think it's important to keep rich folks from skipping town and taking their tax money with them, especially since California lost so many big taxpayers recently. They say this one-time fee makes sure everyone who used the state's roads and schools pays their fair share before they bounce. On the other hand, some folks think this tax is just mean and makes it harder for people to move up in life or start their own businesses. They worry it'll chase away not just the rich folks, but everyone with some savings, making California less smart and rich in the long run. Chapter 3. Escaping the Golden State's Grip. Many Californians are feeling tempted to leave for states with lower taxes and less rules. Places like Texas, Florida, and Tennessee, with no income tax and cheaper living, seem like amazing options for those tired of California's ever-growing control. It's not just the rising costs that make people want to move. The increasing number of rules and proposed things like the wealth tax are making the desire to leave even stronger. The new California exit tax makes things even more confusing. The tax applies to the value of your leaving things, which means the business you built in California, even if you've moved and now run it entirely somewhere else. This retroactive rule makes people worry about whether California can still take a piece of your success even after you've left the state. Chapter 4. California's tax gamble and its potential national spread. California's huge $68 billion hole in its budget paints a scary picture, and other big cities might be in the same boat soon. As house and apartment prices fall because of higher interest rates and empty buildings, cities are getting less money from taxes, leaving them short on cash for important things. Most cities get their money from property taxes and sales taxes. When people buy houses or apartments for less, the city gets less tax money from them. This means less money coming into the city, making leaders scramble for ways to fix it. California's idea? Tax the super rich the most. Since the richest people in the state give almost half of all the tax money, it's easy to see why they're making them pay even more with special taxes on their wealth and when they leave the state. This is likely to happen in other cities that are also struggling to pay their bills. So, if you're one of the super rich or want to be, listen up. You'll need a really good financial advisor and lawyer to help you figure out how to pay all these new taxes. It's also important to keep track of any new wealth taxes or exit taxes your city might be talking about even before they become official. Chapter 5. The Decline of San Francisco Real Estate and the Rise of Lawsuits. San Francisco is one of the most expensive and desirable places to live in the United States. However, the real estate market in the city and the surrounding areas has been suffering from a downturn in recent years. Many home sellers are facing financial losses that can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. For example, consider this property with a stunning view. It sold for $20 million in 2020, but only 3 years later, it sold for $9.9 million. The seller lost $10 million on the sale, but that's not the whole story. There are also other costs involved, such as realtor fees, taxes, insurance, transfer taxes, escrow fees, and inspection costs. These can add up to another $1 million or $2 million depending on the situation. This means that the seller may have lost up to $12 million by buying and selling in San Francisco. This is not an isolated case. Many other properties have seen similar drops in value, resulting in huge losses for the sellers. This is a devastating trend for the San Francisco real estate market, which used to be one of the most lucrative and stable in the country. But there is another problem that is affecting the wealthy residents of San Francisco and other parts of California. The state government is proposing a new law that would allow lawyers to sue rich people for allegedly underreporting their assets to the state. The lawyers would get a percentage of the money that the state recovers from these lawsuits. This law would create a lot of incentives for unscrupulous lawyers to target affluent individuals and businesses. They could use various methods to find potential targets, such as hiring virtual assistants to scour social media profiles for signs of lavish lifestyles, such as expensive trips, private jets, second homes, and third homes. They could then file frivolous lawsuits against these people, hoping that they would settle out of court to avoid the hassle and the publicity. Running TV and social media ads to solicit tips from the public about possible tax cheats in California. They could offer rewards for information that leads to successful lawsuits. They could also encourage people to report their neighbors, friends, or relatives who seem to have more money than they declare to the state. These tactics would result in a lot of harassment and litigation for the rich, who may or may not be guilty of any wrongdoing. The lawyers would make a lot of money from these cases, while the state would get a cut of the proceeds. This would create a hostile environment for the wealthy in California and may drive them away to other states or countries. This law is a form of theft, disguised as a way to collect more taxes from the rich. It is unfair, unethical, and harmful to the economy and the society. It would only worsen the situation of the San Francisco real estate market, which is already in decline. Chapter 6. California's Scheduled Demolition. California, the sunny state with a booming economy, is like a big fight between different ideas. Some people think it's a shining example of progress, while others see it slowly falling apart, like a planned demolition caused by its own laws. This chapter gets to the heart of this debate, looking closely at the controversial things being done that will decide California's future and what might happen because of them. The wealth tax, a proposed charge on people with over $50 million, is a perfect example of this struggle between different beliefs. People who like the idea say it's needed to fix the unfair gap between rich and poor and to pay for important things. People who don't like it are worried it'll make rich people leave and stop the economy from growing. The eviction freeze, which started during the pandemic and has been going on for years now, has created a confusing legal mess for both landlords and renters. People who don't like it think it hurts property rights, while people who do like it say it's important to keep people from losing their homes. Raising the minimum wage, meant to help people who make less money, also has people worried. While it seems like a good thing to pay people more, some people say it's like a chain reaction, making businesses use machines instead of people and hurting smaller companies. This could lead to big companies getting even more powerful, which wouldn't be good for workers or customers.